confidence can be a fighter's best friend. But too much of it can lead to disaster. Daniel Dubin versus Razvan Kojanu.
Eye to eye is huge. A very, very big man indeed.
In March 2019, Razvan Kojanu entered the ring, convinced his size would be enough to scare off Daniel Dubin.
Against Gorman, he has plenty of ability, he just lacks a little bit of motivation. He's a little bit negative, too negative at times, but when he does decide to...
With his towering frame, Kojanu stuck his tongue out and clowned around, thinking he had the fight in the bag.
Dubois, as ever, with his name around his waistband. Nice little chopping right hand from Kojanu.
Just too close there, Dubois, for that right hand.
As an amateur, he fought for the Bucharest Police Club, Kojanu. Went and got himself a job with the police on the back of that, it helped him. Tell you what, if you got pulled over by him, you'd listen, wouldn't you?
Dubois just a second ago when you talked, a nice solid jab Dubois there, followed by a nice right hand with the left hand. That's key for him. Plenty of weight behind that jab.
Right hand from Kojanu. The corner liking that one. Martin Bowers said of Daniel Dubois, I'm happy with that first round. That's a good shot.
You can see why. Look at that. The technique's good there from Dubois. Nice solid left hand, followed by that right hand.
10 seconds.
It's a good shot there. Look, we're smothered.
Just tying Dubois up in the closing seconds.
But Dubin had no interest in playing games. Just 2 rounds in, Dubin landed a brutal left hook, sending Kojanu crashing down.
And another one. Oh, and he's caught him with the left to the jaw, followed by the right hand, and he goes down. Got away with those low punches, but the gloves came down, and I don't think Kojanu is going to get up. He's trying manfully, but it's been waved all over, and it is finished in the second round. Let's look again. There's the low one.
There's low, and he throws another one here now. I think this was the very first one from earlier on. That here we go.
There's a low one.
There you go. It's a great shot.
Well, if you got it, if that was slowed down, I think you'd probably see there was a low one before the big punch to the head.
Just see here now, right hand there. No, when they're on the waistband.
It's only on the back.
There was one prior to that, to be fair, John. But here, that's a great shot. And just in case that's not enough.
Was that low?
Yeah, you look at that right in the button. And that right hand just on the ears was enough.
Protective guard was pulled up very high on Kojanu though, but that was a good finish.
Anyway, it's a great finish, and he has those natural instincts there, Daniel Dubois. And he boxed quite well. I think, he took a couple of shots, but he's in against a tricky opponent who's boxed for a world title. So, all in all, I think that's a fantastic performance. Getting finished early and earlier than his rival did. I think that makes a statement.
And he wanted to send out a message, didn't he? I mean, he said this week, I'm not too far behind the big guys. I'm not too far behind Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, and Anthony Joshua.
It was the perfect reminder that sometimes all the size in the world can't save you from a skilled punch.
The new WBO European Heavyweight Champion, Triple D.
Joe Law versus Stevie McKenna.
In the super welterweight division, Joe Law's in the black.
Joe Law entered the ring against Stevie McKenna with a big mouth and even bigger promises. He shouted about how he'd shock the world and knock McKenna out cold.
I couldn't stop. He's fought 14 plums. Do you think I'm going to get hit twice and go, I'm going to smash him straight back in the face? Who's willing to put it all on the line? In a drink champagne, you take chances. This is my chance. I'm taking it. So listen, Stephen, if you stand with me, you're going to end up getting knocked out.
Seems like he's a big puncher. I have 13 knockouts. I had 14 fights of 7 first-round knockouts, and I think another first-round knockout will be coming. See if he comes back swinging like that.
A 12-inch sub-base damage. You're absolutely harmless. You're a child.
You're so lost. Joe Benwell Bomber lost. versus Steven, the Hitman McKenna. A fight you are not going to want to miss, ladies and gentlemen.
But when the fight began, Law's confidence quickly faded. McKenna stayed calm and focused, sending Law to the canvas not once, but twice.
Breathtaking start. McKenna screaming at Laws across the ring as the referee has tried to feet planted wide, just pouring in with both fists. Laws leans in and tries to grab a hold of him. As soon as he does, the referee breaks the two of them.
McKenna, because we've seen this before when Laws is hurt, he's still dangerous.
And there's a right hand followed by a left from McKenna. And Laws is rocking and rolling here midway through the round. He'll do very well to get through this. McKenna just looking to tee off. And he did have a more alert, vital air to him at the start of the round. Down goes Laws again here.
By the third round, McKenna had finished the job with a knockout.
Can McKenna close what has been an utterly exhilarating show? Big right hand there from Laws. Checks the chin, and McKenna again. Laws just managing to dip at the waist, but a good combination from McKenna. Finds him once again. He's trying to rip that left hand, but it doesn't land this time. He's stuck on the ropes here, Laws. He knows he has to get off him. And down he goes to a knee, and the towel has come in from the corner. He looks disappointed now, Joe Laws. But Matt Jones wasn't going to let that go on any longer. What a fight we have just seen. A 3-round shootout, the like of which you very rarely see.
Proving that in boxing, actions speak louder than words.
WBC International Silver Super Welterweight Champion, Steven the Hitman McKenna.
Gary O'Sullivan versus Anthony Fitzgerald.
Just remember what I told you. Shake hands, no noise with the head. Come out when you hear the bell. That'll do.
Gary O'Sullivan and Anthony Fitzgerald had a rivalry that spanned years, with trash talk and bad blood at every turn.
As he makes his way to the ring, if this is the fight he's been dodging, I don't see any signs of it. Remember, like, this is a sport. Sometimes bad things that we don't like happen in this sport, and when you see, behaviour like that before a fight starts.
But Fitzgerald made one final mistake when he shoved O'Sullivan at the press conference.
Guys. There's plenty of time for that on Saturday night. Listen. Behave, one fist up to the cameras, right? Alright. Guys, that's it.
You can do all the kissing, you won't be doing that fighting.
As soon as the bell rang, O'Sullivan went to work.
Well, O'Sullivan made a point before the introductions. Maybe it was a good point to make, but I don't like the way he did that, and he's making a second point now. He's landed solid shots straight away. He's bringing them up from his thighs, and Fitzgerald doesn't see them coming. A real solid left hand there landed. But I think he wants to show Fitzgerald that he's not bothered whatsoever about the power he possesses.
Absolutely nailed Fitzgerald there.
Unleashing a flurry of punches that left Fitzgerald flat on the mat in the first round.
It's counted there. Right hand. Flattened Fitzgerald, who's going to struggle to beat this count. He's all over the place. He's absolutely gone. And O'Sullivan is celebrating a first round stoppage. Explosive. Fitzgerald has no idea where he is. The legs have gone. That extra power we talked about it, Jim.
Fitzgerald. There's Sullivan. He kept his hands low and just fired them up. Hurtful looking punches.
His body language just suggested that he had nothing at all to worry about that Anthony Fitzgerald possessed. Put his hands down, didn't think about defence, and just let full power shots go. Every punch he threw was a finisher, and that one landed bang on the button. He'd already landed a couple of big shots before then, and the way he walked back to his corner, then midway through the count, he walked across to the other neutral corner, waved to the crowd, because he knew, as everyone did, is the term we sometimes use. But I mean, he was caught a couple of times before the finisher, but there was no way he was coming back from that one.
I mean, it was a gem, wasn't it? Look at this, loading up. Fitzgerald didn't even see it coming. You alluded to that anyway, the hands so low, Fitzgerald couldn't see where those punches were coming from. And O'Sullivan knew, the rest of us knew, it was good night at that point. And amazingly, you know, the fighter's instinct was to try and get up, but the legs had just betrayed him completely. Well, it was one of those fights